Alright, so as we're working with our similar figures, we're going to see two types of things that really happen, and that's an enlargement and a reduction. So first off, we're going to look at a reduction, and that's where things are getting smaller. So here we're going to go from figure B to figure C, and we're going to see this reduction in our scale factor. So I'm going to set it up, and I'm going to say, okay, well, I'm going from side to side, so I'm going from 2 to 1, and then I'm also going from 4 to 2. So I want to say, okay, well, what happened? Well, with our scale factor, we never want to divide with scale factor. We always want to be multiplying. So some of you may be saying, well, you divided by 2. Well, that's great, that's true, but that's not my scale factor. For my scale factor, I actually multiplied by 1/2, because when I take half of 2, I get 1. And I did the same thing to 4. 4 times 1/2 is 2. So notice that when we got smaller, when we had a reduction, our scale factor was less than 1, and that is always going to be true. So a reduction, your scale factor is less than 1. It's less than 1. So it's going to be a fraction. Now that doesn't mean it's negative or 0. So it's less than 1 in the sense that it is a fraction. Okay, so that's going to be when we see our reductions, when something is getting smaller in size. Okay. On the flip side of a reduction, we're also going to see an enlargement. An enlargement is just what it sounds like. It's the shape getting bigger. So here we're going from C to D. So I can again make my arrows, and I'm going from 1 over to 3, and then I'm going from 2 over to 6. So when I set this up, now I'm looking for my scale factor, and I'm saying, well, what did I do? I did 1 times 3, and I did 2 times 3. So notice here, my scale factor of 3 this time is greater than 1. So for an enlargement, our scale factor is going to be greater than 1. Because that's going to make our shape get bigger. So something to notice, it's going to help you as far as picking answer choices, eliminating answer choices, and kind of seeing, well, it gives you that heads up so I know where my shape should be going and what my scale factor should look like. If it gets bigger, your scale factor is greater than 1. If it's getting smaller, your scale factor is going to be less than 1. So it's a good way to kind of self-check yourself.